everyone, I'm Mariah, and today I'm going to share some new Halloween picture books. It's my favorite time of the year because the picture books are just getting released, and I really love Halloween picture books. Okay, first up, I've got Little Boo by Maddie Frost. This book is so cute. It's about siblings, and you can tell just by the cover that he's not super thrilled to have a little ghost sibling. Something I really love about this book is like little puns and things, lots of Halloween puns. Like here we've got Cinnamon Ghost Crunch. There's just a lot of cute little things to look for in this book like that. There's a lot of detail. I love like the candy corn hill and the little ghost poop. Here's the very hungry werewolf, bat in the hat, get it? So the werewolf and the ghost want to change siblings. So Little Howl goes home with the ghost and Little Boo goes home with the werewolf. And things are going really well until Little Howl eats everything. He's chomping and chewing on every single thing. Everything is a snack. It's just chaos. So then the doorbell rings and it's the werewolf. And he's not having a good time with Little Boo, and he wants Little Howl back. So they trade back and realize that they do love their little siblings. This book is so cute. It would be really fun to read. I think, like, as a kid, I would have spent hours just looking at all of the little details in this book. Like, on this page here, there's, like, a monster toaster. They've got a little candy corn phone that's adorable. And there's just a lot of little Easter egg type things, a little ghost candle. This would just be really fun for kids to look at and pore over the details and see all of the fun things that are hidden in this book. The next book I've got here is The Zombies, written by Justin Colon and illustrated by Kaylee Corliss. And I love just looking at it. I love the usage of the neon green in this book. Justin Colon also wrote The Quacken, if you're familiar with that book. I just barely picked it up and read it just by chance one day, and it made me laugh out loud. So he's very talented. This book is so cute. This is a really fun book to read aloud because it rhymes, the illustrations are super fun, and it's just a really cute story. The zombies come and start invading, and then they bring in these beekeepers to try and get the zombies away, and they're like, wait, no, we come in peace, and they have this little bag here with them. They really just wanted to bring some Halloween goodies to everyone. And then they go back to their hive, and they take off their costumes, and they weren't actually zombies, they're just bumblebees dressed up like zombies. My son loves this book because he is obsessed with any book that has a bee in it because he likes to try and make the buzzing sound. So this is a really fun book to read aloud as well. This would be great for like preschool, kindergarten. I think they would really enjoy this book. My next book is We Are Already Haunting Here. This is by Gideon Sturr and art by Charlie Miley. Gideon Sturr also wrote The Midnight Fair, which is a classic wordless picture book that's really popular. They also wrote The Christmas Owl, about the owl who is stuck in the tree at the Rockefeller Center during Christmas time. Both of those are really great books that I love, so I was excited to see this one come from Gideon Sturr as well. This is about a young rookie ghost who is ready to go off on his own and go find his own place to haunt. But everywhere he looks is already taken, so he's like, here, no, here, no. And he just is feeling really sad and doesn't know where to go until he finds this amazing shack. It's old, it's dusty, it's creaky, it's perfect, and no one is there. He's all alone. And he's ready to haunt this place forever until he hears a knock on the door. And he's ready to be like, I'm already haunting here. Just like everyone has said to him in the past. But then when he opens the door, it's this cute little ghost. He invites him in and they become friends and they haunt the shack together. So there's room for both of them. I also think this book would be really great to introduce a classroom discussion about including others and creating spaces where everyone is welcome. So this is a very cute book. I highly recommend this one. Okay, next is Bob the Vampire Snail. This is by Andrea Zwill. As soon as I saw this title and cover, I knew that I had to read this book. I could not put it on hold fast enough at the library. Andrea Zwill did the illustrations for one of my favorite recent books, Dog vs. Strawberry. If you haven't read that one, you definitely should. But this is about Bob, and actually all of the snails ever in the universe are named Bob. But this particular Bob the snail becomes a vampire. So here he is getting his powers. He's got some wings, some fangs, and he is just like so hungry. He doesn't know what to eat because the things that he used to eat just don't sound good to him anymore. Poor guy. And he's trying to make friends and find someone who understands what he's going through. Finally, he's able to find some tomatoes and realizes that he really loves tomatoes. Then he also meets a worm vampire, and they become friends and eat tomatoes together. Something I love about this book is all the onomatopoeias in here. It's so fun to read out loud. It would be really fun to read in a classroom. I think any grade in elementary school would really enjoy reading this book. Here's one of my favorite pages. This is when the sun comes out, and of course vampires don't like the sun. So Bob ends up just sleeping upside down in this little cave. Another fun thing about this book is that there's this little beetle that is on almost every page, and it has a little speech bubble, and it's like commentary on what's happening in the story. So that makes it really fun to read because there's just a lot of components that make it interesting and exciting. This is a very funny book. I would probably purchase this one to add to my collection. I love this book. Okay, these last two are my favorites. I love them all, but these ones are at the top for me. This one is This Year a Witch by Zoe Abbott. And you know, I love the neon, the pinks, the greens, the blues. I think that's just such a fun illustration style, and it makes it really fun to read as well. This one's about a little girl who is always dressed up. So cute for Halloween. Her parents put her in these adorable outfits, and everyone tells her how cute she is. But this year, she wants to be a witch. She has been working really hard to be a witch, so she's growing out her hair to have long witchy locks. And she even brushed the cat and used the cat hair to make these cute, bushy, witchy eyebrows. She's such a funny character and so cute. This is one of my favorite lines from the book. My days of adorable are over and done. No more adorable. She sees herself in the mirror and says, "A witch! Ah!" She's so scary that she scares herself. And she ends up running away and takes some time to just calm down and become the witch again. And then when she goes trick-or-treating, everyone is also excited and scared by her witch costume. I think parents especially will enjoy reading this book because they can all relate to having the stubborn kid who wants to be what they want to be for Halloween. This is one that I would purchase as well. Okay, last but not least, I've got Evelyn Witch Gets a Pet. And this one is written by Beth Ferry, illustrated by Charles Santoso. And Beth Ferry has written a lot of really popular books. The Stick and Stone graphic novel series, The Scarecrow, Swashby and the Sea, that's one of my favorites. But this one's about Evelyn the Witch, and she feels like something's missing in her life. So she goes to get a pet, and she actually can't afford any of the pets that she wants to. She's got 10 coins, which is enough for a mystery pet. So she walks away with a box, not knowing what's inside. But then when she opens it, there is an egg. And she waits and waits for this egg to hatch, and it takes forever, and it's not working out. She travels all around. She's in the snow, she's in a cave, in the water. She tries to wait patiently for her egg to hatch, but it just isn't working out. So she ends up traveling all over, going to the snow, in a cave, in the water, to try and make this egg hatch and turn into a unicorn, a narwhal, or a porcupine. But none of those things happen, and then she realizes that she just needs to be patient, like pumpkins ripening or potions brewing, or her hair growing into the beautiful mess that it is. Evelyn is just the cutest little witch. I am so obsessed with her, and her catchphrase is sniveling snails, and I just love that. I think that might become a part of my regular vocabulary. So then she waits, and she even has time to knit a little hat for her egg. And then when it finally hatches, it's this adorable owl, and it's the best pet she could have wished for. She's so happy to have her owl. She thinks she has the best pet, and they're very cute little friends. This one is an immediate add to cart. This is such a cute book. It's going to be a Halloween classic for years to come. If you're a big fan of Halloween picture books like I am, this is definitely one you'll want to add to your collection as well. All right, there you have it. There are 6 new picture books for the year 2025. Any of these would be great to read out loud in a classroom or add to your personal collection at home. Check these books out at your library or find them at your local bookstore. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel for more reading recommendations. And I pinky promise that I will post more consistently now, and there will be more coming your way. Thanks for watching. Bye.